Hey guys, Nick Shrek here from Let's Talk Fantasy Football. We're trying to kick things off early this year, and today we're going to do a quick review of Clicky Draft. It's an online draft system that you can use with your leagues for people that are remote. If some of you get together, some of you can't, or if you're all just remote and you don't want to use Yahoo, ESPN, or if you self-manage things. We did a review on them back, I think it was 2015. I don't think we did one last year. So I want to dive into the software quick, take a look. All I've done is logged into my dashboard already, but I'm going to show you guys the steps. And I'm going to click through it for the first time in the 2017 season, just like you guys would experience. And we'll see how the software looks and if it could be the right fit for your guys' leagues. So I'm going to throw over a screen share really quick, and we will go from there. Just so you guys know, I am on a MacBook Air. So just if you guys have one or you're worried about compatibility. But first place you're going to go to, guys, clickydraft.com. Website's clean, easy, create my draft board. They're obviously ready to go for 2017. They're quick, big notes, free. It's web-based, it's TV-friendly. You can customize it. Awesome. They say it's mobile-friendly. I'm not testing the mobile aspects of it here today, but everything else seems like the real deal. So from there, guys, there'll be a link in here. I believe it says to sign up or log in, and that's where you'd click. It shows log out for me just because I'm already logged in on my dashboard. You can also look at the pricing, guys. Obviously, like I said, there is a free section of this, which is awesome because it gives you most of the features. Really the only thing it doesn't give you, there's ads in it. It's fine. It's free. I get it. There's no timers. There's no keepers. You can't make a custom draft order, and there's no custom roster settings. So ultimately what that means is not a ton of control, but if you want to play around with mock drafts with people or something, Clicky Draft could be a really cool option. As far as, upgrading standard, I think is, it's a great, right now it's on sale, guys, 60% off till July 15th. We're not an affiliate. We don't get any kickbacks. I'm just telling you, if you think Clicky Draft's a good option for you, go for it now. Sign it up. According to the pricing page here, guys, the prices are for one season and they apply to every member of a draft. So you don't have to pay $7 or $10 per person. It's for the league. All you get rid of, guys, with the standard one here is the ads. Ads disappear. So to me, it's not really worth it. Premium right here, $9.99 right now, 66% off. That goes to $30 July 5th. And you get everything that we talked about. Ads are gone, timers, keepers, set your custom draft order, which I'd imagine you want to do already, and then custom roster settings. So great, awesome. Again, we'll touch back and see if it's worth it. My initial reaction is based on my past experience, it's going to be worth it. But you'll have a login option here or sign up. I'm just going to click over to a different tab because I'm already obviously logged in. And here we are, guys. Clicky Draft. So this is what your draft board is going to, the dashboard is going to look like when you guys log in, whether you sign up for the free account, which you can do right off the bat. And I'd recommend you do it. Even if you think you want the pro one, sign up for the free one and go in there, play around with it a little bit. So I'm going to go right over here and we're going to do create league. So obviously I don't have anything set up yet in here. I'm doing it all with you guys live to give you kind of a fair shake on the review. So, all right, create league. So I'm actually, guys, I give you a free trial of the premium and the standard. I'm going to do a trial of NFL 2017 premium. It's limited to 2 rounds, which is fine for our trial purposes here. I'm going to go with a snake draft type because I think that's fair. We'll say there's 10 teams, but as you can see, you can go as many teams as you guys have, theoretically. Number of rounds, you could realistically end up with a crazy amount. We'll go 16. Again, the trial is only going to let us use 2 of them anyway. But we're going to hit submit. And just like that, submitted. So now, new commissioner, click the following link to access your league settings. So I'm going to click right on it. And it's going to take me right over to my league info here. All right. Current status is in setup mode. If you want keepers, you can turn that on here. Is that right? Yep. Keeper mode. So, you can't do that until you make sure you have correct number of teams and everything set, because if you do it, then it locks everything into place. Draft mode, again, same thing. Are you sure? Because once you advance, it kicks things off. So I'm obviously not going to turn those on right now. Draft URL, guys, if you want to share the URL with someone, they can see the draft board. They're not going to be able to make picks, but they can observe the draft board remotely if they wanted to. If someone's spat into your league or you have a big following, that's pretty cool. Invite URL for someone to join the league, claim ownership of a team, things like that. You can send them that URL right there. Settings, guys, again, I'm not going to quote unquote play with a ton of these right now, but we'll click into them for edit purposes. Name, we'll we'll kill. Just put LTFF. No big deal. Again, this is all stuff that was beginning on that last page. Timer expiration. We're gonna set it to auto draft. So if you don't pick in your time thing, auto draft. If you're picking together with everyone, you just want a big draft board to put on the screen, go manual. Timer just stays expired. It's not a thing. Teams can undo their picks. I would say only commissioner could do that. Typically, you should vote on that before your drafts even start. Avoid the issue. Rankings, yeah, enable them. Why not? Projections, sure. Rookies and veterans are allowed. In both conferences, you want the AFC and the NFC. So let's submit. It's got to be 5. Okay. We'll just make it Let's Talk FF. That's fine. Great. Team 1, we're going to leave these all just labeled Let's Talk FF, but just to show you one, guys, you can go in there and decide what position they're drafting, which you might as well just leave them in order, and then put in, the name. This is Nick's team. Again, as people join and they sign up with their account, you'll be able to select, all right, this belongs to Nick, this belongs to John, this belongs to whoever it's going to be. Right now, it's showing the owner as Let's Talk FF because I'm the only registered person set up for this right now. But again, Nick, you can name it John. You can put your team names in there. We have a great team name guide for you guys. It's right there on the homepage if you're looking for one. 3,000 plus team names going into the 2017 season. If you want to add teams, guys, you can add them here, make it 11, 12, whatever really you have. And then you can view how the rounds are going to lay out with, snake drafts, all those kind of things. Personally, I'm not playing with colors here, guys, but if you want to, you can set a min and max on how many they have to have of each position, what the default colors are. Again, a lot of customization options, something I'm not going to sit here and put you guys through. And then you can assign in your settings who, the commissioner's person, I would hope, is by default the one that sets it up. And you can assign other people to have certain access to undo teams, make edits, et cetera, et cetera. But we're going to go into what I would assume is draft mode. And let's hit submit. All right, we're successfully advanced. Let's see, how do I draft? Is there a view the board? Let's try it. All right, so the draft's loading. And again, so far, a pretty seamless experience, guys. Obviously, they block us out here, trial. But that's okay. Seamless experience on setup, a lot of options to make changes and do things, which is what you obviously want. And it's a clean interface. I really can't be picky about anything I've experienced so far. So let's hit play like we're going to start the draft, all right? So now timer starts in this top corner here. It's telling us 2 minutes a pick. You can change that in the settings as well. And then round 1, pick 1 is Nick, my team, on the board. So now I can go to draft, and then I can search. They are, like we said, we put in the default rankings that came in the system. So they're showing the top 5 guys. Yep, I can pick one of these guys. I can search if I want Keenan Allen. There he is. They rank him 39. No big deal, but he still comes up if you want to draft him. He's on the board. Just trying to see what other options I have in here. As a commissioner, you can pause the clock. You can refresh the clock. I'm not sure. Maybe delay the clock there, it looks like, for 15 seconds or so. What do we got? View modes. So you're on the draft board right now, guys. You can go to player ranks and go, okay, here we go. So we got David Johnson. You can star them as kind of a favorite. So I'll say I like Le'Veon Bell, Ezekiel Elliott, and David Johnson. Cool. So over here, just kind of as that nice reminder, up next list kind of thing. Over here is kind of showing you where the picks have gone. A little chat board there for you guys. And, again, you can sort these. So he's ranked 1, ranked the other way. Kenjon Barner. Okay. And again, this is an overall list. If you want, you can kind of sort those positions. We'll go QB. Let's take a look. Tom Brady, number 1 here, according to their ranks. Their rankings are coming courtesy of Fantasy Pros, guys. So if you're going to use Clicky Draft, maybe good to look at the rankings prior just to get a feel for what they're pulling for, of course. And view mode, you can go to team rosters, guys. I'm actually going to hit pause on this clock just so I don't run out of time on the pick. But it would give you an idea of how the draft was shaking out if you'd advanced into later rounds. I mean, as you get through the first round, you'll see it, but it definitely is helpful, we'll say, as you're trying to see, can I wait on this guy because they already have QBs, vice versa. Just a fun view to know you have. I'm going to go back to the draft board quick. Options, you can edit your colors, you can edit email alerts. I mean, you can kind of move these things around, guys. Pick width, pick height. So if you're projecting this onto a TV via a Chromecast, HDMI cord or something else with a hookup to a computer. You can play with the sizing a little bit. Hide first name, hide team and position on the players. So you definitely have some options, which is great. It's definitely what you want going into the draft. And you got the little chat function up here, so you don't have to change your view mode to do it. The number up here will change as more people comment, how many missed chats do you have, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to hit play. I get 19 seconds. Again, I'm going to go over here and hit draft, and we'll go with David Johnson. Great. So you heard the noise, just confirming the pick was up there. So now team 2's on the clock. The clock's starting to count down from 2 minutes. Awesome. If I hit the little refresh, it sends us back to 2 minutes. This thing, change duration. So you can change the clock if you need to. So if you're going to put more time on it, minus pausing, I guess, that's an option. But I'm not going to change the duration, so we'll leave that. As a commissioner, guys, which is a setting I'd recommend you do at the very least, is undo button should only be ability of the commissioner. So if for some reason, you guys vote and allow that to happen in your league, you can undo the pick, delete the pick. All right, so now it went back. It reverted to me. I'm back on the clock at 1-1. We'll go back to draft. It was an error. I meant to click Le'Veon Bell. Great. So now my pick's back on the board. Again, that's up to your league, but I wouldn't allow the undo pick thing happen too often. You're probably going to piss off some people. At least I would imagine so. And then from there, guys, I'm gonna hit a few different players, and we'll bounce around. We'll go Ezekiel Elliott, Antonio Brown, David Johnson's fallen to 4. Teams are happy. So you see a different color here, guys. Running backs, they designate as green. Wide receivers in the yellow. And again, as you go into player ranked, you can kind of see how that changes. So they're grayed out up here now because they've been drafted, showing you how those picks are falling. You can go by round, go by roster. Well, let me change the team. I'll uncheck currently, and then you can go through and be like, all right, team 3, Antonio Brown. The round thing's nice. It really depends on what you're looking to find and figure out. As we scroll down, tight ends coming in blue. QBs coming in red. Again, we saw that back on the settings screen before, guys, where you can pick the colors. I absolutely didn't mess with it here for the sake of the review, but you can get as detailed as you want, or just use their default settings because they seem extremely functional and like it's going to work well. So don't fix what ain't broken, as far as I'm concerned. And for what is $10 essentially, guys, with this. It's $9.99 right now. Before I think it says July 3rd. So if you know your league's going to use a draft board, it's literally $10. If you have 10 people in your league, it's $1 a person. And I think it's a great option. Put it up on the TV screen, and it's clean. It's one of the things that I will say I like a ton compared to my past experiences with ESPN, with Yahoo. They seem a little overwhelming in their layouts, just in my opinion. One person, one opinion, which is, I'm entitled to, or at least I like to believe. All right, we're going to take Odell, AJ Green. We're just kind of grabbing people here. This is not indicative of my rankings or my views on players going into the 2017 season. But I just, I want to show you guys how the board it fills up just like a normal one if you're placing stickers, obviously. And it keeps people on the clock as the wrap comes around. Again, software is clean. It's quick, guys. It's fast software. I'm not worried about lag. And, the mobile thing is nice for people that can't be there. They miss a flight, stuck in traffic. They have to leave part of the way through. It gives you a lot of options. So as far as I'm concerned, the settings are all there. Let's see if there's anything, no, that's just owners. I mean, there's really not a ton else for you to worry about here, guys. So you got your chat. You've got your options if you need to make some edits as you go in there. There's a menu bar here that comes up on the side if you need to bail out of the draft for some reason. But draft started, drafts and setup completed. So obviously it's 1 here and started because that's what we're doing now together. Purchases if you want to buy out of the demo, which I would recommend based on my experience here today. Join a league if someone already has an invite code for you. Create a league if you're going to be a commissioner. And they've got them for MLB, NHL, NBA. Again, this review is more focused on the football aspect, but I got to imagine the functionality is pretty close to what you're seeing here. But again, guys, super easy to use, and it almost seems dummy-proof. Not to sound foolish to say, but that's it, guys. The software works. It's worth it, particularly here if you guys can get it for $9.99 here, the premium version, which expires, July 5th. You're saving 66% off. So you get no ads. You get timers, which you want. You don't want people to stay on the clock forever. You get keepers. If you guys play keepers, awesome. If not, cool as well. Custom draft order. I think it's worth that. You need that, odds are, unless you're just randomly, all right, this is how it's going to be. You got to think you want a custom draft order and custom roster settings. So, if you play in a league where you have to, draft 2 or 3 guys, do it. So that's the beeping, guys. Is because there we go. I timed out. There you go. So I was curious for a second there what the beeping was, and that's exactly what it was. I timed out on the my draft pick, the beep down, and then the was my clock expiring, and they automatically drafted Melvin Gordon for me. So again, you set that in the settings for what do you want to happen when the clock expires. Top ranked player, and he automatically got added. So similar to other draft softwares, that you've probably drafted on in the past. But for $10 right now, guys, even if you don't buy it before July 5th and get it for $29.99, it's still $3 a person in a 10-person league. It's worth it, in my opinion, and I don't think you can really go wrong. So again, guys, this is Clicky Draft. They have the free version. I highly recommend you give it a shot. At least test it out with your league. Do the free trial. Yeah, this has been the 2017 review, courtesy of Let's Talk Fantasy Football. And we can't wait to kick the season off. Guys, peace out.